Welcome. I'm Roxanne Glaser and I want to welcome you to this episode of ArtSmart brought to you by Whirlidurb. It's drawing on demand. Today we are going to be drawing a little crab. You can see we have another video up of how to draw a fish. Well, you might need a little crab if you're doing say you want to do an underwater scene. So today we're going to add a crab to it. So now as you get your paper and your pencils ready, because we're going to be drawing here, get them ready, plain paper, get your pencil, make sure it's sharp. I want to remind you to listen carefully to my instruction, work hard, work along with me. Stop the video if you need to, but I want you to try your best. Your first drawing is not going to be as good as your 10th drawing or even your 100th drawing. So practice is the key to becoming an amazing artist illustrator. So today, I hope you've got those papers ready because we are going to pop over here. What I like to do is, this isn't a full sheet of paper. We're going to use a quarter sheet, so I can actually, you can practice this 4 times on one sheet of paper. And because that first one might look a little kind of not quite right, by the 4th one, I guarantee you it is going to be looking good. So here we go. We are going to get started, and today it is the crab. All right, now the cool thing about this little crab, we're going to make him with just some simple shapes. Now on your paper, the first thing you're going to do, you know how we set up our dots so that we don't run off the page. Sometimes you don't want to work on your crab and then not have room for his legs down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to place him kind of in the middle of our page. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little dot here toward the left, kind of in the center. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put my other guide dot. So that's how wide my crab is going to be. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put one up here at the kind of top and one here at the bottom. So I've got 2, one above each other, one to the left, one to the right. So that's kind of how big the body of my crab is going to be. That'll leave me room for the legs over here. Put a couple little eyes there and we'll make him look like he's on the beach. It's going to be awesome. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here at this left dot. We're going to curve, we're going to go up, we're going to come down, we're going to stop. It kind of just looks like maybe an upper lip if you were going to put lips on him, but we're not. So what we're going to do is now we're going to go down. This bottom line is actually going to come in just a little bit. See, it's not at the edges. You're going to move in. So there's our little dot guides of where we're going to start. We're going to be coming down this far. So I'm just going to take this line. I'm going to connect it down. I'm going to come up. And actually mine ran into it a little bit there. So I don't really like that, but that's okay. Then you're going to put a little curve on each side. Now it really does look like a mouth, doesn't it? We're going to take this, we're going to come in, and then you're going to curve it way up, going to curve it up, come down, and finish it off. Now, we're going to put 2 little eyeballs coming out, so 2 straight lines at the top. Please attach a circular shape to them, and then inside, we're going to put what I call a dot. We're going to fill it in, all right? So we've got kind of the body of him. We have our 2 eyes up the top. Now we're going to put those 2 front claws on him. Okay, we've got 2 front claws. So they're going to be attached right here. So I'm going to put 2 lines on this side and I'm going to put kind of 2 over here. So 2 and 2 is 4, kind of parallel-ish. See how that's working out for us? And then we're going to make it kind of look like looks like a spoon. So go ahead and just do a curved line around him. And then we're going to put a zigzag. Starting at the bottom, we're going to zigzag him up. And then we're going to put 2 more legs. And the legs they're segmented. Okay, that means it has separate little parts. So what we're going to do is, they're going to look like they connect over here. And so we're going to make them come in. It looks like we're going to do 1, 2, 3 with a little pointer on it. So we come down and touch. So there's 1 part, 2 parts, and do it again, 3 and 4. And that kind of comes together. So over here we're going to do the same thing. 1, 2, 3, and a little pointy one. And 1 more. 1, 2, 3, little point. 1, 2, 3, So that's really all there is to a crab, but look at him. Right now he looks like he is floating. He does not have any context to him. So what we're going to do is we're going to create what's called a horizon line. And the horizon line is what orients your objects or whatever you're drawing into space. And so to draw it, I like to call this the stop and hop line. So what we're going to do, I'm going to start over at the edge of our page. Just go ahead and put your pencil down. And you're going to continue it until you touch a line, and then you're going to stop and hop to the other side. So we're going to come over like this, stop, hop over to the other side. Now we have the sky will be up here. So you'll be able to see like the ocean and the water back here. So we might actually like do another one that's kind of like this, got a little water kind of things going on it. And then here, this is the ground here, okay? So you can actually put a little bit, and just to make this look a little bit kind of sandy, I'm not adding color to it yet, but I'm just gonna put in a few little dots around him so that will remind us that this part down here where the dots are is gonna be the sand. The part up here is going to be the ocean. So, and you might have a little sun setting there if you want to. Go ahead, remember to sign your artwork. I'm going to sign it right there as the artist of it. And so there we have a little sand crab that would be scurrying along the beach. All right, isn't that pretty awesome? And so that would go, oh my gosh, I could see it if we took that and maybe added some more fish. You could put that crab in the ocean. So lots of different things that you can do with that. So let me pop over here on camera. So remember, some of the key things that I really like to remind students is that make sure you have room for the legs down here. So what we did, remember we put those guide dots there and how tall you want them to be. So if you know how wide and how tall you want something, then that's going to help you just match in there so that you don't run off the page. And before you know it, you're going to have this amazing crab. So now what you need to do is go ahead and maybe draw it a couple more times, kind of figure out the details you want to add to it, maybe research online, find a picture of a crab. You're like, oh, now here are some ways I can make mine kind of look crab-ish. Get all those added in together, maybe write a poem about it, maybe use a story about him, and, you know, kind of turn it into a whole little project there. So I want to thank you so much for joining us today, watching our video. This is Roxanne Glauser bringing you another ArtSmart lesson brought to you by Whirlidurb. Thank you so much.